Hi, this is Brahmanaidu. Welcome to SFDC Scenarios. Today we will see how to get the selected record details in Lightning Web Components. Okay, so in this scenario, what we will do is we will display the account details in a table, and we'll be creating a button in the iteration. Once the button is clicked, then we are going to display the selected record details. Okay, so let's get started. So first what I'll do is I'll create an Apex class and then I'll return the list of accounts from the method. Okay, so I'm creating an Apex class. So account controller, this is the name of the Apex class. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll create one method. In that method, I'm going to return list of account records from that method. Okay, so now I'm writing one annotation here. Okay, so I'm not putting catchable equal to true since I'm going to make the use of imperative method. Let's say if you want to display the data with the help of wire property, then catchable equal to true equal to mandatory. Since I'm going to make the use of imperative method, so then catchable equal to not required. Okay, so here I'm going to display list of account. So I'm just putting list of account here and the name of the method fetch account records. So this is the name of the method. Now what I'll do is in the try block, I'm going to return account records. So I'm going to display name and account number from the account object. Okay, from account object. Now I want to restrict the record count. Okay, so how to restrict the record count? Okay, so by putting the limit. Okay, since I want to display 10 records from the account object, so I'll be putting limit here, limit 10. Okay, so that's it. So let me push this code to the Salesforce. So let me deploy this code to the Salesforce. Okay, so we have deployed the code to the source arc. Now what I'll do is will create a lightning web component. Okay, so let me create a lightning web component. Create lightning web component. Okay, let me name display account data. Okay, so this is our component name. Okay, so this is a HTML and this is a JS. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll import this method. Okay, so if you want to make the use of this method, then you have to import the method in the JS. Okay, so now I'll be importing the method. Okay, so what is the method name here? Fetch account record. Okay, fetch account record from Salesforce Apex, and then it should be followed by the class. Okay, so what is our class name? Account controller. And what is the method name? Fetch account records. Okay, so here it can be you can name it as per your wish. Okay, so this is a method name. Okay, this is just a reference. You can give anything. Okay, so now what I'll do is so I want to display the records on loading of a page. Okay, so I'm making the use of connected callback. In the connected callback, what I'll be doing is I'll be executing the server side logic. So what is our method name? Fetch account records. Okay, so this is our method name. Now 10 records. Okay, so let's say if something goes wrong, then it will enter into the catch block. Catch, let it. Okay, so now in order to store the records, I'll be creating one variable. Okay, so let me name it as accounts. Okay, so accounts, and if something goes wrong, okay, so then the error will come, right? So in order to store the error, I'll be creating one variable. Okay, so error. Okay, I haven't imported any decorator here. By default, it will be track. Okay, so this is track accounts track error. Okay, so now if it enters into the then block, then we are able to display the record successfully. Okay, then it means that there will be some records. Okay, so I'm putting the data to the variable. Okay, how to refer this variable? This dot accounts equal to, okay, and the data will be present in this variable records. Okay, if you are able to display the record successfully, then there won't be any error. So now what I'll be doing is this dot error equal to, I'll be putting undefined. Okay, let me remove the space here. Okay, so if it enters into the cache bug, then there should be an error, right? So now what I'll be doing is I'll be just putting this dot error equal to, I'll be putting the RMSs to the error variable. Okay, since it entered into the catch block, then there shouldn't be any records. Okay, so this dot accounts equal to undefined. Okay, so now let me push this code to the source R. Okay, so now what I'll do is, okay, we will display the data in the HTML. Okay, so let me create a basic table. Okay, so table PR. Okay, so here I'll be displaying the serial number as well. Okay, so serial number. So this is for serial number, and I'm going to display two columns. Okay, I'll be displaying name and the account number. Okay, account number. Okay, so now I'll iterate the records template for each. Okay, so the data will be present in account. Okay, so let me put that here for item ACC. Okay, if you want to bind the value of the record, then you have to make the use of ACC. Okay, and then I need index as well. So based on the index, we are going to get the selected record. Okay, for index equal to index. Okay, so this is the for loop and TR. Okay, so we need to pass the key here. If you don't pass the key, you will get an error. Okay, let me pass the account ID here and then TD. Okay, so we will be displaying the serial number. Okay, so index and then TD. Okay, so the data will be present in ACC. Okay, I want to access the name ACC dot name. Okay, so TD ACC dot account number here. Okay, so let me put bold here. Let me put bold here as well. Let me, okay, now let me deploy this code to the source R. I'm pushing the whole code, deploying it to the source R. Okay, so now what we will do is we will go here and we'll create one Lightning app in order to see the output of the Lightning Web Component. Let me create a Lightning app here. Okay, so here, let me name it account app. We click on submit. Okay, I'm putting extents equal to force.slds. So if you put force.slds, it will acquire the properties of Lightning Design System. Okay, and then what is our component name? Display account data is our component name. display account data is our component name. Let me save it. Let me click on preview. Okay, so this is our design. Okay, so now what we will do is, okay, so I'm going to create a button inside the iteration. Once we click on a button, then what I'll be doing is I'll be displaying the selected record details based on the serial number. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll create one more key here. This is going to be an action. Okay, so now here what I'll do is I'll create a button, lightning button label equal to click me. And what I'll be doing is I'll be passing the index here, index, and on clicking of it, I'll display the selected record details. Okay, so let me push this code to the source R. Let me deploy this. Okay, so now let me copy this method. And what I'll do is I'll just write the logic here. Okay, so okay, so here we'll be getting the current record index number. So I'll be making the use of event. Okay, so let's index equal to event dot target dot. Okay, so data set dot index. Okay, so we will get the number here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll write the alert here. Selected record details. Okay, so let me sound dot stringify, and now the data will be present in account, right? So if we want to refer that, then we have to make the use of this dot account of index. Whenever the user clicks on a button, I'm going to get the index of that particular record, and then based on the index, I'm going to display the data. Okay, I want to print name. Okay, and I want to print the account number as well. So this dot accounts of index dot account number. Okay, so now our table is not looking good. So what I'll do is I'll go to SLDS. Okay, so let me open SLDS table. I'll just apply just one class to the table so that it will look good. Okay, so let me copy the class here, and I'll just add this class to the HTML. Okay, so table. Okay, let me deploy to the source hub. Okay, so let me reload this page since we made some changes to it. Okay, so this is looking better a little bit. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just click on this. See here. So United Oil Gas Singapore, and this is the account number. Okay, so let me explain quickly one more time. Okay, so this is a method. Here I'm just returning 10 records. Okay, so I want to make the use of this method in the JS. So I have imported this method, and this is just a reference variable name, and this is a method name. Okay, and here I have import. So here I have created two variables. One is accounts and other one is error. Accounts is basically for storing the records, and error is to store the error message here. Okay, I'm executing the server side logic here in the connector callback. And if you are able to, once it is success, then what I'll be doing is I'll be just putting the records to the account. And if you are able to display the record successfully, then there won't be any error. So I'll be just putting the error equal to undefined. If something goes wrong while displaying the data, then it will enter into the catch block. So if there is an error, so obviously there won't be any records, right? So that's the reason I'm just setting it to undefined. Okay. So obviously there will be an error once it is in catch block. So I'm just putting the error message to the error. Okay. And this is a button. Once the user clicks on a button, this will get executed. I'm getting the index. Okay. So based on the index, I'll be displaying the details here. Okay. So whole data will be present in accounts. Now from this account, based on the index, I'll be just displaying the details. Okay. That's it. Hope you people understand the session. Thank you.